I think that this is one of the best retros of this year.
Even more so than the military blacks?
Well, I consider, so that's Jordan brand.
Okay, so Nike brand.
Yeah, as far as a Nike retro, I'm wearing the military blacks right now. I want to wear these instead. I just can't because I got to do this video. Hey, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the officialweartesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got something special here. It's a shoe that we have reviewed before. They come in an original style box this time. And this is the Nike Air Trainer, or the Air Trainer 1, or whatever you want to call it, the original cross trainer. And that is a fact. This shoe right here is the very first cross trainer ever.
Do you want to run? Do you want to lift weights? Do you want to do a jazzercise class?
Not
we got
really.
you covered.
But if you do, you don't have to change shoes. So these guys right here, I believe if I'm remembering correctly, even though I just did a refresher, I actually watched my other video on these and it's already out of my mind. I don't know how I can remember things from 20 years ago, but something that happened 2 seconds ago, I'm like, I don't know, I forgot. But I believe these released in 1987. It's a Tinker Hatfield classic. He did design the other trainers that was after this and everything like that, but this is the one that started it all. If you wanted a really cool, brief history lesson, I'm gonna insert it right here. Now the designer was Tinker Hatfield, and he came up with this kind of on his own, on a whim, which is what great designers do, great creatives. He walked into a gym, saw that a lot of people were bringing 2 pairs of shoes, one to run in, one to lift in, cardio, weightlifting. And he decided it would be way easier if you just brought one shoe that did everything instead of bringing multiple shoes that do lots of little things. And so then he designed these, and hence the Air Trainer was born. He's not the one that made them famous though.
Who did?
John McEnroe.
Oh.
I know. Fun fact, we put in the wrong picture on that. It was actually you.
Oh,
I know, it's that video.
Guys, please don't go and watch that video now.
I don't always catch mistakes and things like that, but we are human, we make mistakes, we leave it in there because why? Mistakes are just lessons being learned.
Aww.
That's my motto, because I've f***ed up a lot. Anyways, I think that these are fantastic. I hope that you guys enjoyed our brief history lesson, and you may have seen the error image in there. If you watch the video, you will. But I wanted to grab these. I tried to grab the chlorophylls, I actually could not. I grabbed these from my good friends overseas at ID for Shoes. It's the only place that I've actually seen this colorway. And again, I was trying to grab the chlorophylls just because I was trying to compare them to my SB version, but they didn't have my size anymore. So I was able to grab these. From what I can see, I think this was an original colorway. I think that this was an original colorway on a low top version though, not on the mids. But I might be wrong about that. I tried to like search it. For some reason, some stuff that's like predates like 95 and beyond, you know, before. It's really hard to find information on certain shoes because there wasn't an internet then.
No Netflix, no Hulu, no Amazon. I'm so bored.
Anyways, these guys right here were designed with performance in mind. I think that they look great casually. The outsole is amazing looking. It's just from a design standpoint, I think that this looks great. From a performance standpoint, this was supposed to be for damn near any sport. Again, it's a cross trainer, so cross trainers were cross platforms. Cross platform meaning categories, so like running, training, weightlifting, basketball, all that stuff, tennis. It was supposed to be for everything. You got that little original outrigger right there, even though it's not quite an outrigger, but it's a little bumper right there. I think that's a cool feature, especially since we didn't really see those prominently in performance shoes till way later. Tinker was on something, man. Like whatever that he was doing back then. It was amazing. The tech specs in the shoe include a polyurethane midsole, which is actually really comfortable. So I think that that's a huge plus, especially for something that released back in the 80s. Inside of that is supposed to be a full-length air unit. As far as the original tech specs are concerned, I do not know if these retros have them, and I'm not gonna cut them open, but there are channels that do that. So hopefully they buy these and cut them open. Now the materials on these are kind of fantastic and kind of not. So the white base material is a leather and everything. The collar area is the part, this whole spot right there. It is kind of leather, but again, it's the particle board version of it with the polyurethane coat. It's not fantastic or anything like that, but all of the overlays on it are hella nice. Man, this is a great shoe. It's a great shoe. I love it. The toe box area is a softer leather than the rest, so I dig that. I really love the strap on the base of the toe area. I don't know why. I like it on this shoe. I like it on the Legacy 312s. I just think it's a really cool 80s feature that, in my opinion, never goes out of style. Now, are there differences between this version and the SB version? The answer to that is yes. I don't know every single change and things like that because there could be like different densities to the foams and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna go over that because I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna pretend to, but man, that is my favorite look of the shoe. You know, that toe inside. This one, I don't love it the way that it looks, but I really like the inside. I think that it looks great. It's cool that you got 2 shoes in one. But anyways, the tech specs are a little bit different. The first thing is that I actually prefer the SB version of it because of the changes. The tongue right here is a nice mesh and it just feels really comfortable. It's great on foot. Whereas this version right here has the vinyl tongue. I don't like it. It's not breathable. It's not great. It's still just as comfortable. It's just, I prefer the mesh and everything. It's not an original feature, but it is what it is. And then the heel area, again, I prefer the SB version where it's got this mesh right there instead of the vinyl ribbed section and things like that. I just think that it looks cooler, even though it is yellow already, but they do this at retail at this point, so I just did the work. The Nike Air branding is cool and everything. I love the way that it looks on there. And again, I was trying to get the chlorophyll so I can, because people keep complaining about the green on the new one. This is as close as I got, so I mean, I don't know if it's different or not. According to some, it is. And then the last change that they did that is not visible, but it's noticeable, is actually the insole. Nike SB insoles are fantastic. They have a Nike Zoom unit in the rear. This insole is a piece of shit. It's so bad where I was like, wow, Jordan Brand did better than you guys. That was funny. But the comfort is still there, which is a huge plus. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, you can go true to size and it'll be perfectly fine. This particular version of the shoe, though, I will say has a little bit of extra volume around my toe, so I could have gone down half a size and been perfectly fine. I also forgot one other difference is that the SBs have a heavy perforated toe, whereas the original does not. Again, I prefer the SB one. I know that it's different and things like that. If you want to consider the tongue tags different, you can as well, but the entire tongue is different, so I've just figured that was one whole piece. But I know that there's going to be somebody being like, actually, the other one says Nike SB on it. And I'm like, I know, man. It's part of the tongue, though, technically. What do you think about these, though? I think that these are great. I don't know what you think about them, but I think they're great.
This shoe has that liner that we were talking about.
Oh, that was the other thing. Sorry, I did try to film that. I don't know if it will. So what video was that?
You're wearing them.
Oh, it was the Jordan 4s. That's right. But the cotton style material that's in the liners, typically, there's two different styles of it. There's this style, which is not bad.
It's more smooth.
Yeah, and then there's this style that is
so hairy.
noticeably cheap. Yeah, it's very fluffy. My cankles are sweating just thinking about wearing these, but it is what it is.
They're gonna soak up all that sweat and yellow in no time.
Instantly, it's gonna match all the rest of it. It's gonna be perfect. Anyways, what do you think about these?
They look like grandpa shoes.
No, they don't.
They really do.
They do not.
There's a reason why they add color to things. Like this chlorophyll color saves this shoe. This looks straight like, all right, Gramps,
I love
let's go
these.
to the Y.
Did you know that I've been getting told that I wear grandpa shoes since I've been in high school?
Yeah.
With my Air Flight 89s in the same colorway. They were white with the gray swoosh. They're not grandpa shoes. They're just neutral. They're not. These are gorgeous, okay? I think they're hella comfortable. I think that they look great. If you're looking for a retro that's fairly low key as far as that whole resale crap goes. Also, I think that they got these, if you're in the local area like Sacramento, Elk Grove, I think that they have the chlorophylls at Phenom. I just haven't been back. So I need to go over there and check it out. And hopefully they're still my size so I can grab one.
Time out.
Good news, folks. Phenom did have the chlorophylls in my size, so obviously I grabbed a pair. I'm not sure which one looks more like the original at this point. All I know is that they're both really good. This guy right here is just like the grays though. So if you were curious as far as quality and materials and everything, they're exactly the same. The only difference is that these are not aged already like the gray ones are. The midsole on those guys is yellow and this one's not. These ones are waiting for you to do it for you, or waiting for you to do it for you have to do it yourself. Outside of that, the only difference is the black panels. The swoosh and the forefoot panel are actually leather on the non-SB. The SB one, everything is pretty much suede except for the white underlay material. Again, great looking shoe, great retro. Not perfect, but damn near. So I dig it. Anyways, that pretty much takes care of these guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure that you give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't,
why not?
yeah, why are you creeping on the channel if you're not gonna subscribe, man? That's weird. But anyways, thank you guys so much for everything. We really appreciate it. And until next time, guys, have a good one.